It's week 1 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the 49ers and the Steelers, and it comes your way next.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
Pickett didn't quite lead Pittsburgh to the promised land in his first season as the hometown kid and franchise quarterback, but he did impress once he got in the field. Winning 7 games helped keep the vaunted streak of non-losing seasons alive in the Steel City.
And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now the 3rd-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And there he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Olszewski now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Harris starts to drive on the ground. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running but couldn't free much space. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, these Steelers, Charles, 9-8 a year ago. Their quarterback, Kenny Pickett, made 12 starts as a rookie. Do you see a jump coming both for him? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation Brock Purdy who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. George Kittle, touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 85 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of 15.
On 1st down, Purdy rolling to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of
Now
7.
Purdy
Brings up 2nd and 3.
connects with Kittle underneath, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
George Kittle. A gain of 11 on the play.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To the air on first down with Pickett. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
On first and 10, it's Pickett.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Final play of the half. Purdy. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And it is now 21-0. So we've reached halftime here on Open. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And able to get this out to the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. First and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Minkah Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he will find his man, Samuel. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Pickett.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Throw out wide is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd down, here's Pickett.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Darnell Washington.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Here's McLeod from his end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Ray McLeod.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Pickett. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Pickett will look to throw it here. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. A short one there to Freiermuth. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Niners' 21-yard line.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead now down to 20. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 26 yards.
They go play action here. Purdy. It returns it right back to Samuel.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
A great play there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. They go with McCaffrey, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for San Francisco, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire
The players on your team quickly upgrade your team at the end of